Good morning, everybody, and thank you for inviting me to speak with you today. I work with the Consumer Council, and if I can make it work, hopefully. Yes, so I work with the Consumer Council, and we are the statutory consumer body providing consumers, both domestic and small businesses, with advice in relation to energy, post, transport, water, food affordability and accessibility. Our current corporate plan has 4 consumer priorities: decarbonisation, the cost of living, EU exit and digitalisation. So the first 2 really tie in with today's focus being leaner and greener. As Tina said, I work within the energy team, so I'm primarily focused on the energy side of things. So let's skip to the next one, if I can. Yes. So this slide here is showing energy costs over the last 10 years. And as you're probably all aware, over the last 18 months or so, we have seen significant rises in energy costs. This slide is tracking the domestic price of electricity, gas and oil, but businesses are something similar. They ticked along fairly steadily until the middle of 2021 when they began to rise. And this is down to primarily increasing wholesale costs, firstly as the world opened up again post-COVID, and then more significantly with the war in Ukraine. We're now seeing prices 2, 3, 4 times what they normally were, and despite government interventions, they're still significantly higher than they were. So, what can we do to help you be leaner and greener? The Consumer Council has a range of online tools and advice to help small businesses reduce your costs. For those working in the hospitality and tourism sector, you may find our tools for domestic consumers also helpful. These tools include information and advice on energy prices, your water bills and appliance running costs. We can also support you if you have a complaint with your energy supplier. We are a designated super complaints body and we have statutory powers in relation to billing disputes, complaint handling and performance standards. My number one thing when it comes to reducing your energy bills is to go back to basics. So the first thing that I would be saying to you is check your bills. I know Tina is going to be talking you through some of this in the later session, but it really is important to look at this. How much are your bills? What are you using? Are your bills accurate? Are there any estimates in there? And are you getting billed correctly by your energy supplier? Then check what you are paying. So are you paying the best rates for your energy costs? On our website, we have energy price comparison tools, one specifically for small businesses and then one for domestic consumers. They allow you to compare the different tariffs and suppliers that are in the market to see if there are cheaper rates available to you, both for gas and electricity. You simply put in your usage, your tariff type, and the tool will list the different options available to you. When it comes to your bill and the tariff, there's a few things that you need to consider when you're shopping around. So your tariff type, there are typically 3 types for small business electricity consumers. Popular, which is one flat rate, you pay the same no matter when you use it. Day and night rates, which give you cheaper rates at night time. And then weekender, which gives you cheaper rates at night and at the weekend. Which is best for your business depends on your business and when you use the most amount of energy. So do think about that. Then you should also consider whether a fixed rate or a variable rate is best for you. Fixed rates give you stability, so you know what rate you'll be paying in advance. It can benefit you if the wholesale cost goes up after you sign up, but it can mean you're fixed at a higher rate if the wholesale costs come down. Variable rates track the wholesale market, so they can go up and they can go down. And while it does mean if they go down, if the prices drop, it does leave you exposed to what is currently a very volatile market. When it comes to signing up to a new contract, I would always say to you, check your terms and conditions thoroughly. How long are you signing up for? Any notice periods, exit fees, deposits, that kind of thing. And finally, if you are struggling to pay your bills, our advice is always to speak to your supplier. They will be able to work with you to try and find a way forward. You can also contact the likes of Advice NI, who can help small businesses with debt advice, and then we're here if you are having difficulties dealing with your supplier. We have a couple of other tools which are more geared at the domestic market, but they may help small businesses depending on your needs. We do a weekly survey of home heating oil prices that allow you to benchmark oil prices to shop around and get the best price. It is, as I say, geared more toward the domestic market, but it may still be useful to you depending on your business. And I should also mention we offer the same price checker service for petrol and diesel prices, so you can try and shop around and get the best petrol and diesel prices. My final slide is touching on energy efficiency. What you can do to make your business more energy efficient will depend on the size and type of the business that you have. But I would advise a similar approach to your energy bills. Start with the basics. Lighting, thermostats, insulation. Really think about what you're using and how you can make simple, low cost or no cost wins. Our website has some top tips and running costs to look at. The Energy Saving Trust also have information on how to save energy, and NI Business Info has some checklists to work through. Our website supports are very much help yourself tools and advice, but we also have a phone line for those of you that aren't online, and if you come to speak to us, we can give you that number. The last thing I want to mention is we offer a water bill health check. So it's not to do with the energy, but it's more to do with the water side of things. But this is a free service where a member of our team, our water team, can give you individual advice on your water bills. They would speak with you directly, run through your bills and check that you're being billed correctly and identify if there are any savings you can make. They do the hard work for you. Over the last couple of years, they have helped over 300 businesses and identified savings of over £225,000 in water bills. We have more information, as I say, at our stand, so do come and speak to us in the break. And I have Chloe and Murray, Murray's in our water team, so he can chat to you about that side of things. And thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks, Dayna. I will be mentioning energy bills, but not what you've covered there, which is about the cost. You said go back to basics and you had all these questions. Are the answers to all those questions on the bill? Like, are you on the right rate? Is it an estimate? How much am I using? Are they on the bill?
On your bill, you'll be able to see if you've got any estimated rates. You'll be able to see what unit rate you're paying. So it won't tell you if that's the right rate or not, but it will tell you what you are paying. It means then you can go on to our tool and compare and see, are there other prices that are better or worse than what you're paying? Obviously, you're looking for the better price, but it gives you a really good starting point. So your bill is, look at your bill. I am more geared toward domestic consumers. People don't look at their bills, and I think probably in the last 12 months people are looking at their bills, but you really need to look at your bill, and that will give you that information to start off with.
So when you say look at the bill, and I know this is my experience as well, people look at their bill, see the amount, pay it, worry about it. People may not turn over the bill and read everything that's feeding into that. What kind of errors there are causing a lot of extra costs, things that people are just unaware of?
On the bill, if there's an error, it's usually because your bill is estimated. So the meter hasn't been read. So the meter person hasn't come out to the house and read the meter. And so it's about making sure on the second page, as you say, have a look. You'll have your previous meter read and you'll have your current meter read and the dates that they were taken. If there is an E or an EST beside that, that means that bill is estimated. So whether it's the start read or the end read. And you can find it works in both ways. Sometimes you're being overbilled and they're overestimating how much you've used, and sometimes they're underestimating and you're not being billed enough. But that will catch you in the long run. So it is important to make sure you're getting accurate bills.
Yeah. I always say to people, if there's any line on your bill you don't fully understand, and there are several because it's jargon, you need to ring and ask what that means.
100%, and there is information on website, on the different supplier websites on what things mean on your bill. But ring, the suppliers are there to help you. You are paying them quite a lot of money currently. They're there to help you understand what your bill means, and they can, even within a supplier, you might not want to change supplier, they might be able to offer you a better price as well. So it is worth chatting to your energy supplier as well.
I love the tariff comparison tool. There is a little bit of legwork. There is devoting a couple of hours to this, but it's not more than that really to establish your best tariff and what your bill is really telling you.
It's not ours. It should take you minutes. If you dig out your bill, that's probably the hardest bit, finding the bill and reading it and looking at it. And the tool, I put up screenshots. I did them in it wouldn't have even have been 5 minutes on Sunday. That doesn't take a long time to do it. So take that time. You can make big savings, and it is definitely, I always say, we say it to both domestic and small businesses, shop around. There are better prices out there. And if you are on the best price, great. You've not lost anything, but you've nothing to lose by having a wee look and seeing.
Exactly. Thanks a million, Dayna. That was great.